Okay, well she got it from here.
And then cancer.
Boom.
That's how I, oh, man down.
Man back up.
Man back up. Lesson in, always wear your seatbelt. Celebrating someone's birthday. So this week I'm still outlining the screenplay, and what I am learning is that it's really important to hit different highs in the screenplay. You want your movie to continue to have movement, so you want the character to actually go through good things and bad things, and them to see, like, it come across like they're going to be defeated, but then they are not going to be defeated. You have to keep it interesting throughout the entire screenplay. The interesting thing about making a character go through highs and lows is that because my story is based on a factual person, you actually have to dig up parts the person might look back and say, man, I wish, that didn't happen to me. But that's what made people really engaged in the movie. Like, nobody wants to see a movie where everything is perfect.
Daddy, my brother's
Okay, we'll fix it.
Which is kind of interesting about life. I heard Jamie Foxx say something. He made a comment that when a lot of good things happen to you, prepare for the darkness to come. And I was like, at first I was like, that's kind of like a weird statement. Why would you prepare for negativity to happen? But then it made sense. Like, when a lot of good things happen in your life, everything has a balance to it. And so you have to prepare for those, like, down times, or those dark times, or those times where you might be doing good, but other people aren't so happy about your success or your forward movement. Even in your family, like, where people feel like, man, you're changing, or you're, different because you're making forward progress, and so you aren't able to do some of the things that you used to do, or hang with people like you used to hang, or you're not talking about the same thing because that stuff isn't important anymore because you're moving forward. So it's just interesting how interesting stories have those same, like, dynamics to them.
It is interesting.
I do feel like I'm making headway. I'm at a part, like, the midpoint is when the character kind of starts on their new journey. Like, before you see the character's life, whoever your main character is, and what they've been doing so far, and how they're living, and all that type of stuff. And then the midpoint is like things shift and they start on their own particular journey, separate from where they grew up, whatever your backstory is.
So where are you?
So I think I pretty much nailed down the midpoint. For me, the midpoint is when she, gets with the group, gets dropped, and starts the journey with the group with her own kids. Because that's different from kind of everything that she came from. The next couple of sections are about, you have a B story in there, and then he called it, the bad guys start to win. And the example that he gave is, in the book Save the Cat. The example that he gave is, if you have like a movie that's about girls getting bullied, and the girls getting bullied, they fight back. That would be the midpoint. They start to, like, we're gonna make a plan against the mean girls. And then what happens is something had to happen in the story where it looks like the mean girls are regrouping. Either the good girls are like, they starting to be feeling themselves because now they're popular or something like that. You have to almost get the sense like, oh, this isn't over. So I was thinking about either making Brewer that part, like the kind of the bad guys fight back, because it's almost like he was a man in her life that she had did all this stuff to, like, overcome things that men had done or that happened to her, and then there's another man that is doing something that's pulling her down a little bit. But the next section right after that is called All Is Lost. And All Is Lost is like that near-death experience where you think, man, like, the character not gonna make it. Almost probably like in Ray, where he was, like, addicted. So I was thinking about making that cancer, because, like, cancer almost cost her singing career. The thought was that she wasn't going to be able to sing anymore. Surgery didn't, because of this, she had to have the surgery. turns out she didn't have to have surgery, a miracle happened. But I just don't know which one actually feels more like death, or like death is close. The thing with Brewer, which put her in the hospital as well, or cancer, which also was like, which one do you think?
Is it a way to combine the situations together, or was it
It's kind of like
longer?
two separate sections.
Right, but I mean, when the stuff happened, both events took place. Were they close together, or was this years apart?
No, they would have been years apart. It would have been years apart. So that's something. The one that has the one that makes the audience feel the most like she's about to die, or she's not gonna make
maybe
it.
Maybe you could put both of them in there. I mean, like put the one about Roar
I was
first.
Okay.
And it's almost like the scary movies where it's like you think you got the bad guy and he's there laid out on the floor.
Uh-huh.
And then all of a sudden he grabs your leg, when you think, they got the victory.
Right. So her career is doing good, but then she meets this dude that's like,
it's bad.
Yeah, and then
that happens. You think, okay, well she got it from here.
And then cancer.
Boom.
We're here, and this should be fun, but more importantly, it'll be a competition.